I was about to go to bed, and I was playing some Kung Fu Pandas I normally do before I go to sleep. And I had like 3 games to win to get 200 points so that I could get a new pack. So I started playing these games with my Poe deck, and they were some of the best games against some very unique and very interesting Tigers decks. And they were good and good and good, and I was like, man, I wish I was streaming this or could save this. And I thought to myself, hey, you're a streamer. Why don't you get on and stream? So here we are. I am going to sit there and I'm going to hopefully get the same quality competition I got just a few minutes ago for about an hour and a half now. Stream this. Also, serve twofold. I've also had problems with my streams lately getting the streams out because of the internet. And so I've called my local cable company and doubled my internet speeds. Although they assured me that my previous ones were fine, obviously they weren't because they kept on crashing on me. So we are going to see if this stream works, and also hopefully catch some really good competition like we've been catching, and see if we can broadcast some good quality streams to y'all. So without further ado, sorry, on the background, I realize probably no one's gonna be here initially for this stream, so I'll go ahead and cut some highlights out of it hopefully, and put it on my YouTube page with listed above and to the side of me. So let's get it started. We're gonna stick with the Poe deck because Poe deck's actually what I'm getting known for. Poe and Mantis. Get a lot of requests for my Poe deck and my Mantis deck. So let's see if we get the same quality. I'm telling you, it was some great games. And there we go. Look at that. So right off the bat, champion versus champion match. Poe versus Poe. The stream quality looks good, so I'm excited. Let's get this game going. Here we go. Just some great matches, and I think I played Legendary Given a few times, so this should be a good match as well. And showcasing some different Poe builds. I don't think he runs a control Poe style, or at least he didn't. We're gonna attack there and just say hello. How you doing? Add a food card to your hand. One of my first incarnations of this Poe build was to do a food deck with Scroll Eater. You might have that, and then later on Pachydermic 20. So we'll see if that's the kind of build he's running today, which would be interesting to see. Be interesting to see yet another Poe build. We're gonna put our pig out here and start to hopefully establish a little baseline to play off the next turn. We'll put this out there and then try to give him both double health. That does, unless of course he plays a 3/5 gold tooth and attacks it and clears it out. So we'll see. Food card. I mean, good draw. You mean you want those 2 cards in your hand right off the bat? Not starting off with a good hand. He's starting off with a very good hand and very aggressive. And I'm looking to see the stream came on right. Make sure the stream is going good so far. Looking perfect. So so far so good with all accounts. Say spies. Let's see. Now, one of the things we could do is do a blind all enemies. So what I'll do is uncork that Zay Spies from hiding. Like so. And then we will So we want to get rid of that card. That card could be very controlling and problems and a problem. So we clear that out. We don't necessarily want to use our heroic ability like that when there's not a lot of board presence, but Zay Spies is just too dangerous of a card to leave on the board like that. So we cleared it out, and he was doing a bunch of taunting and stuff, and hey, more power to him. The Bunny Bowman. This card actually reminds me quite a bit of one of my first Poe decks, with Bunny Bowmans and fast fouls. So it's very similar pieces with the food. I mean, he's really starting off great. He's getting a good draw opening hand, and starting off well. But nobody out Bunny Bowman's me. We're going to do that. We're going to do that simply to get some board presence on the board and draw a card. We staunched a little bit of his aggressiveness, and we went ahead and got more control of the board. I was just sitting there telling the stream. I was in bed, I was playing. I played this great, like 4 or 5 Poe games in a row. And I was like, man, let me stream some of these. And first one I get to is a champion Poe player versus champion Poe player. So, and the internet's working really well, so we'll see. We got a little bit of board presence going. He's way ahead. He's got a real good pot. He got a real good draw at the beginning. I have some ways of stabilizing the board in my hand, so it should turn into a really good game towards the end. And that's what I hope to show y'all. Win or lose, hey, you're gonna lose some. You're gonna win some. You learn from each one. He had a good hand. He's jumping out on top of me. Now I've got to see if I can stabilize the game, turn it around, and win. I have the cards to do it. I'm just got to play good, play smart. And if I don't do it, learn from it, get better. One of the things also you don't want to do is, you saw that he played the Zay Spies and he started taunting and doing things like that. Never want to get too cocky and get ahead of yourself, because he could very easily lose this game. Although right now he's in control, so he can be a little cocky. But check out this combo. So I'll clear that out. I'm gonna play this card. Play this card. Helps me draw a card. Keeps the board presence, and now I start to gain a possible draw card build inside this build. So I have some defense in my hand. I have some board clear in my hand. I have good offense in my hand, and I have my card that sets up all my attacks. So he had a great draw, and you got to remember, 2 of those cards in his hands are food, or maybe 1, because I think he used 1. So one of those cards in his hands, he has 4 cards in his hand. One of them's food. So we'll see what he plays here. But this is a really good Poe look. You have a food Poe on one side. And there you go. That's good. That's what I have in my hand. He's not going to clear out my people, but he is going to do some damage to him. He's hoping to clear out the 1/4 on his drawn cards. So if he hits all 4 of them, that's a positive play. So far, damage is being spread pretty equally. Oop, looks like I might get my guy. Yeah, so, fortunate, that's going to happen. So, there's 7 damage. It's very rare that's going to happen, but it did. So, he plays a secret and attacks. So, he's trying to clear my board down. A lot of the secrets in a Poe deck are restore 5 health, yeah. So he did basically heal 5. He's taking 3, so I'm not really a very big fan of that secret. It'd be good for my deck, because I'm running a bunch of big control. But we are not going to attack. we are simply going to take our time since well we have a firm grip on the board. He chooses one of his major board clears. Now he's trying to draw right now the big 3 that I got his ace-5 out of. There it is. So 2 of his 3 big board clears are down. We still have board presence. But hey, Podex are tough. And you see that I'm keeping my big creatures on the board. I wanted that to happen. I wanted the big board clears to clear my cards that are not as important as the 2 that are in my hand. And he'll have no way of dealing with them later on. So, still looking pretty good. And he's up, way up. He's feeling really good about himself. So, that was a good play. That's how you use that card. That's why I love Populated Boys. Save them in your hand till late game. Don't play them on turn 1. Yeah, you can, but look what happens in turn, what is this, 7. So here he goes. He's still gaining health. And he's like, hey, then things are going good. 37-17. It was like it's out of hand. So we shipped into that lead a little bit. I went from 37 to 17, 25-17 in one turn. And I still have 2 board clears in my hand in case he brings out something that's nasty. I have creatures on the board, which he'll probably take care of this. I have a feeling he has a way of answering that. Maybe the Feet of Fury again would clear my board. So I think he'll address this board, but I still have more coming. One thing about, and there's a good card for a food deck build. See, in Shiny Tofu, that's perfect. You know, that's what you want. So all his cards are now exhausted in his hand, and he's going to clear out my legendary. Like I told you, he got an answer for this, but his cards are gone, and my cards aren't, and I've got an answer for that. So things are looking good for us. And that's why you never want to get ahead of yourself and get too cocky and start taunting and whatnot, because you never will happen. This game's not over for me. I'm not out of the woodwork. I still have a board clear, which makes me feel a little good. But he just drew a character. Let's see if it's a big character or a small one. I don't know. And he just drew equipment. Now he's exhausted his board clear. So have I. I still have 1 board clear in hand and an activator. So he didn't draw a character. He drew noodles, and he went ahead and attacked my guy. So he took 5 damage. I don't know that I particularly would have done that. So right there, we get a good card here. Able to attack. Able to attack. Pull this in defense. And end our turn. Now, if you remember, the score was 37-17. And now it's 13-2. What he doesn't know is this trick will push, hopefully heal him back up. And I still have a board clear in hand. But you're seeing the kind of great games we're having tonight. I mean, this kind of game's been all night. That's why I got up and said, I got to stream this. Here you have this great match where it looked like I was dead in the water, 37-17. Guy was taunting, feeling good about himself, had Zay Spies out. I was like, yeah, I got this. See? So here we go. Now is he going to quit, or is he going to try to play something? Now, I played Legendary Gimmick quite a lot, and unfortunately for him, I've come out on the winning end quite a bit. So, he was feeling good when he was winning. He hit the door real fast when I turned around. 37-17 to make him quit. It's the power of the game. Don't ever give up. Keep fighting. Play your cards. Keep your head about you, and you can win. case y'all wondering why I did that on stream, is so that I can cut this video and put this up. That's definitely worth the video highlight. I think we can all agree on that. And then that's kind of the stream.